How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to Garry's Mod, and today we're going to take a look at 3 more mods, but this time it's going to be all about mods that are cinematic. Cinematic like Azkabath's Dynamic Fabric, a really cool add-on that is going to make certain ragdolls fabric look more realistic when you bend them in certain positions. Okay, that sounds really weird. Let me go ahead and show you. Alright, so here we do have your typical civilian ragdoll. Now, it might be kind of tricky to get this, well, demonstrated, but if we freeze the lower half, or we'll do the lower half, then we can move the top half. And if you look at that, you can see the fabric is realistically creasing and bending. Which, well, normally, I promise you, it does not do this, and we can get a better look at that creasing right here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put a camera here so you can get a better look at what we're doing here. So now when you crease or bend certain parts of the model, you can actually see the creases in the fabric bend, which again, for most instances in this game, no one's really gonna notice. I mean, it looks great for the ragdolls, but most people probably don't care. But this is gonna be all about cinematic mods today, so I thought this would be a perfect fit for this. Now here we have another good demonstration of this, because that fabric effect does not apply to Odessa. See how he just kind of like has the fabric kind of crease into his body? Pretty much it seems like the fabric he's wearing is like his own skin, because, well, for all intents and purposes, it kind of is for this model. And then again, here we have the civilian, and as we crease, we can start to see those, well, folds start to appear. It's kind of eerie because they seemingly just like fade away as you kind of bend it back up, which of course is what you'd expect. You can even kind of see, like, right there, look at that, how they mystically appear like that. It's pretty dang cool. Although, whoa, actually, you know what? Look at the buttons. We can see the buttons kind of change shape. That's giving us a bit of an idea on how this is being done. But still really fascinating nonetheless. And also, I do want to mention that this does work on NPCs. So if you want to make your civilians look a bit more, well, realistic with their clothing, this is a pretty cool mod to go with. Next up, we have a really cool one. It is the Enhanced Entity Expression Response. That's a pretty big title for an add-on. But it is going to make it to where when you shoot NPCs... Now, it is important to note that this does involve hand and eye animations. So as we kind of shoot Barney here, you can see how he kind of reacts like he closed his eyes there. So you can see his reaction does not look like he is enjoying this all that much. So some of the effects can be subtle, but I do want to show you guys what it looks like with it off. Here we have Alex. You can see no expression. She'll change her stance and she'll recoil, but that's pretty much it. Now we have it on, and here's what it looks like. You can see her facial expression does change, which is pretty dang awesome. Now apparently, like the description does state, you can get finger animations that can change, as well as other things. And I've even seen some cool expressions. I'm gonna stop shooting Alex now. I saw a pretty funny expression on the actual description page. Oh, sorry Breen. Forgot he's not as built as the other two are. Breen, you can see, does make... Okay, I gotta be careful. Breen is fragile. It does also work on ragdolls, which is important to note. Although that might even be kind of creepy if we, oh my god, he's like staring at me. Yep, it does work on ragdolls. So, take with that what you will. It's a little disturbing to, kind of see ragdolls move like that. Now, it's very important to note that there are a ton of settings in here, like... Oh my god, there's a ton of settings. Like, what the hell, man? But yeah, it is important to note that this add-on can kind of vary depending on what model you use. Like, here we have the civilian model, and we have no expression whatsoever. Here we have G-Man. Again, not really any expression unless that closed... Oh wait, maybe he is. Your mileage may vary, but I thought I would show this add-on off because it seemed pretty cool. Although I can't get some of the crazy animations to work like in the description. Next up, and we have a pretty funny one, we have the Unnecessarily Boned Metro Cop. I don't even know what to say about this. This is kind of more of a goofy one, but unfortunately I really couldn't find a mod in time. However, this lets you adjust bones on a Metro Cop in a very goofy way. I'm also using a mod that we previously did look at before to, of course, demonstrate that really cool displacement mod that we took a look at not too long ago. I'll put that video in the top right corner. But yes, you can now change the bones on a Metro Police cop that... I have no idea why I'm doing a video on this. Now, this mod is definitely quite out there, but it is a lot of fun to mess around with, as you can kind of maneuver around all of the bones, and, well, you know what, maybe it's better if I just show you. So if we go ahead and take a look at a regular Metro Police officer, you can see that we do still have a decent amount of configuration, like, of course, with the hands and stuff, like, we all know that. But with the mask specifically, there's really not a whole lot to it. I mean, we can move this, but like that doesn't really work all that well. While with this one, we can see we have a lot more things we can adjust on the face. And you can make some pretty goofy looking freaks of nature using this tool. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this is peak Combine physique. Absolutely, and this is just kind of the beginning of what you can do with this crazy tool. Which I should mention, the tool you do have to download separately, so I will put that, of course, down below. But what we get is the ragdoll. Now, if I do try to do the same thing on him, I mean, we got like maybe 1 or 2 things. Yep, that doesn't really do anything. I think that's it. Oh, we have this. That also doesn't seem to do anything. And going back to this, we can see we have a lot more options. We can stretch the head out. We can choose to move this like that. I hope you guys understand where I'm going with this. It's a pretty funny mod, and I normally don't showcase stuff like this, but because we're doing cinematic style add-ons for, you know, ragdolls, pictures, or whatnot, I thought it would be interesting to throw in, but as always, you guys know what to do. What do you think about these add-ons? Do you ever mess around with these kinds of add-ons that are just more for aesthetics? Or are you more into the weapons, NPCs kind of thing? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. But as always, leave a like, subscribe if you want. Links will be in the description. I want to thank you guys for watching this until the end. And until next time, my friends, farewell.